I am like so disappointed. I really am for many a reason. But first of all, greetings and salutations. It is I. I feel that's such a super villain greeting. It is I. Like what? No. Hi. Garnet and take care, Garnet TV, and I'm just really tired of the state of the world. Can we, if we're gonna have a war, get it over with now. Get it out your system. Go ahead and fight. Just get it out. If you don't send any of the military, all of you old fucks, go now. Just go get it out the way. Get that out your system, honey. Everybody needs to have a group meeting. So what did we learn? What did we learn? And how are we gonna like stop this from here on out? Because you mean to tell me you decided to ban an app to fix the whole ego thing we could put to the side. But you said, we've got all of these problems. And we recognize the state of the world as, as it is right now. And we're just gonna ban the app. Just ban it. And we said, wow, they thought they cooked. Actually, the stove wasn't even on. It was unplugged. You didn't even see the light come on, and you still started putting the eggs in the pan. Wow. That's not the topic of this video today. What we are going to talk about, though, I'm going to take a look at a couple things, and we're kind of going to go from there. So this is the intro, and then we're going to go ahead and move into like other things and concepts that we need to move into. Okay.
Okay, so I really just wanna, I don't even care to like show my face. Um, mm, like this is really irritating because number one, I look at the transits and I just go, this is really ghetto. I'm just gonna go ahead to the EPUB as well. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take a look at the rulership as well. So astrology, if you have to understand, astrology has connections to many different concepts. Many people think it's just an esoteric thing. But I'm also going to share a comment that I shared on Instagram because I feel like this is something that needs to get mentioned if we're going to take a look at concepts of the esoteric nature. So we're going to go ahead, your activity. We're going to take a look at comments. And this is a comment I left on someone's post recently as well. Dang, where is it? I had it here earlier. Um, so I left a comment the other day on a video, and it was basically showcasing how people were saying, "Oh, it's like these are two best friends who really care about each other." And then one of the things that they put was astronomy and astrology. People were all like, "Oh, this is a terrible thing." This is what I put because it's my personal opinion. And anyone, can feel free to debate me or anything like that. But astronomy and astrology are two fundamental things. Before people were astronomers, they called you an astrologer because you were still looking at the stars. Those are two concepts that are two in one, quite literally the same thing. They were in an interchangeable word back in history. So I said, I love seeing the comments about how astronomy and astrology don't mix because in actuality they do. When it comes to the calculations, you'll need to know the positions and many astronomical concepts to effectively understand astrology alongside the history of events, to recognize patterns and the components of the planets to understand rulership. For example, the inner planets in astrology would represent the day to day closer to the sun slash self, while the outer planets represent longer stretches of time and overall themes further away, would take longer to observe and cultivate in our natural lives, gas giants, um, so not things so solid in principle. So they combine quite well in practice, and I love to make the correlations. And that's one thing that people really do need to recognize when it comes down to how they look at everything. So that's what I said. And like I said, anyone can feel free to debate me, but they're two fundamental concepts. Like every single esoteric concept that I can think of has some application to actual educational methods like mathematics and trigonometry, even calculating an astrological chart. You still need to have an understanding of mathematics, history, astronomy, and other concepts as well. especially to make those calculations and if you want to make charts by hand, because I feel like technology isn't something that you can always apply when it comes down to it, because you can automatically draw a chart if you go to any website, but forbid if any of those websites fail and you still want to do astrology, how are you going to calculate it? So, something to think about. That's also why I'm getting a telescope too, because I would just love that's coming up. That's coming up. That's coming up. Um, actually need to do that. Uh, okay, so now we're going to take a look at the transits because that's what we're really here for. That's what we're really here for. So breakdown, sun, sun is basically in Capricorn right now, Capricorn season. Ooh, all the Capricorns are going ahead and getting all their shit together, which we love to see, sort of kind of ish. But now they're really pissing me off because you guys have too much fucking attitude. Chill out. Okay? It's never that serious. Ever, ever. Get your work done, but don't piss people off. Because I know some Capricorns that I work with, and I just want to. You guys are really, 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 really getting there. You're getting there with me. I've had it up to here. I'm a Capricorn rising myself. So when that sun makes that conjunction with my ascendant, it really does brings out another animal in me. And yes, while I have been more disciplined at work, sure, love to see it. It's really standing in my energy. Don't get it because you'll get that Capricorn because that Leo sun of mine and that Libra moon, that really sassy lady that she'll come out. She'll come out. She'll say, hi, everybody. You're not gonna freaking like me, okay? Try not to cuss. I gotta be good because I want to get monetized on YouTube. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, and then also on top of that, I just want to take a look at the prominent things because doing long form videos is really kind of being the bane of my existence. Long story short, transits are ghetto. People are ghetto. We're gonna do a full breakdown on everything because that last 16-minute video wasn't really cutting it for me. And I also have places I need to go. I really need to hop in the shower, get my life together. But right now, there's just too much going on. And then I also have an assignment I need to do. College, college, college. Get your education. Get your education, get your degrees, and find your passion and go from there. But do not fall into the system of working and working and working and dedicating your life to something that you do not want to do because you will live with regret. We do not want that. We want to go ahead and do that. Always take a look at your 10th house. You take a look at your angular houses, your 10th house, your first house, your fourth house, your seventh house, and your 10th house. Once you take a look at your angular houses and you kind of have that understanding, okay, my first house of self, my fourth house of the home and family, my seventh house of romantic relationships and other partnerships, my 10th house of business and legacy, you can kind of go from there. You can look at those main houses and then look at the aspects. What are my sextiles, my areas of opportunity? What are my squares, my actions or obstacles that I must overcome to get the full extent of the placement? What are my trines, my areas of ease of luck that I can focus on so I can get other opportunities to make the most of those placements and transits? And then where are my oh my gosh, what's the other one? Where are my conjunctions, my areas of intensity where I can focus that and use that to the best of my ability to get the most out of life? Where is my vertex, which is a karmic point that I can activate? And do I have synergy with another person with my vertex? Because I could possibly be a lifelong partner or partnership. Look at these placements, look at your Venus, your capability to perceive beauty, your love, things like that. Look at your sun, your own personal capabilities. What are you talented in? How do you like to express yourself? Kind of do everything from there. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. That is why you have astrologers who are on standby 24/7. People like me, we look at that stuff, we kind of break it down and go, hey, this is how you're going to make the most out of life. And you can take it or leave it because at the end of the day, it is inevitably a choice. But these things are kind of like a cheat sheet to life. They kind of make you, do that. And personally, because I have a 10th house Libra, so that's basically business. Libra is going to be your beauty, your fashion, because it's Venetian. Like it basically has all of these concepts circulating the way that your exterior. And then I also have a Leo sun, and then I have a Capricorn rising. So the Capricorn is already linked towards the 10th house because that's going to be the 10th sign. So the way that I would dress would be more business, casual, professional, Oh my God, choking on my saliva. It would be like more business casual, more professional because that's the way that I would express myself with a Capricorn because it's more professional, it has more mature look. So even though I'm 24, I'm dressing like 40-year-old individual who like works inside of business, you know. So I don't know. That's basically the best description I could do. I look like H&M commercials. Like secretary looks. That's what it's giving. The office siren, if you will. That's kind of what it's giving because you also still have that Venetian thing, but also like that older kind of look too. So that's what it's definitely giving for real. Um, that's what we're working on. That's my wardrobe. That's actually my wardrobe right freaking now. Old lady look. That's all I want to do. Sorry. Shein and Timu, you're not gonna get me this time. Side eye. Because I definitely are. Dang, I gotta work on that. Gotta work on that. All right, but no. So right now, also, I feel like there's going to be difficulties in communication as well, especially for people who have Sagittarius placements, Capricorn placements, anyone with Virgo and Gemini, because that's what is being impacted as well, in particular, in specific, because you're looking at this Gemini and Virgo in specific, because Mercury is in a malefic spot right now because I consider Capricorn a malefic as well. So like I feel like our malefics would specifically be, I think even feel like Aries a little bit, but that's more so because if the energy is like in a negative way, because you have to remember that Aries is also like viral diseases too, and things that can spread quickly and like sudden deaths as well because that's like it's very gruesome, very violent, and it's also ruled by quite literally the god of war, and that's like where a lot of like negative things can happen. So I feel like that's my personal opinion though, but it'll differ from person to person. But most people have the collective saying that it's not. But you have to remember that when you're looking at rulership, especially because the rulership book by Rexy Bills was written so long ago, it doesn't have the full capacity of what like you're not gonna see fushigi balls inside of Rexy Bills because it wasn't invented yet. So we have a lot of new inventions that are just not mentioned inside the rulership book. So you have to look at the principles and concepts of certain things that are in our current reality and kind of go, hey, what is the astrological correlation? Like things like Instagram and certain social medias are going to come up because once again they did not exist. But if I were to look at it, Instagram would be very much, I feel like Instagram and Pinterest would be Venetian as well because it's all about perception and beauty and how we capture it. But then it could also be oh my God, what is the ruler of cameras? What is a ruler of cameras according to the Rexy Bill? So we actually do have that. So CAM. So cameras, Neptunian, the Neptunian or Lunarian. I could definitely see that, but I would say more Neptunian as well because doesn't Neptune have like concept with the eyes, dealing with vision sight, because you can also think of clairvoyance and psychics. Yeah. So yeah, so you could definitely see that. So it kind of does have correlations where you have to think logically and go, okay, this is what the thing is. So if you kind of apply the logic, like, hey, okay, where does this connect to? And you can kind of think, like, okay, so obviously you think of the ocean, boom, you think of the moon because the moon pulls the tides of the ocean. It kind of gives our planet this oval shape because it kind of pulls with the tides. It's pulling at the tides as it orbits our planet. So there's certain things that you think about, and it's automatically these correlations. Boom, 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 boom. I said I was gonna make this a short video. Dang. So we have three retrogrades right now as well: Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus, and they are going to be. I know that we're gonna go. February 23rd. I know February 23rd is going to be the last day where Mars goes direct because I was saying that it was going to go direct at the 17th degree, which is a Leo degree. So that's going to be a very significant day. So I'm going to mark my calendar for February 23rd, especially because I've got placements that because I'm a Leo Sun, I'm a Leo Venus, and I'm a Leo Mars. So the fact that it's gonna go direct inside of a place where I have a stellium at the 17th degree of significance really does say a lot. So I would definitely say mark your calendar for February 23rd because that may be a very significant day in general. So I'm just kind of clenching everything. Everything's clenched for that day in particular. Um Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. So, yeah. Bye.
That's pretty much it. I'm gonna end it here. And I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and the only thing that I want to do is take a freaking nap. Okay? Okay. So, peace, love, and blessings from up above.